Few cars stir American automotive passion quite like the Chevrolet Corvette. It's a name that conjures images of high-speed runs on open highways, the growl of a V8, and the sense of freedom that only a true sports car can deliver. For decades, the Corvette has been more than just a vehicle. It's been an icon, representing innovation, performance, and America's own take on automotive excellence. Yet, as 2025 unfolds, even legends can't escape the shifting tides of the car market, and Chevrolet finds itself facing a significant challenge as Corvette sales take an unexpected dive. During the first half of 2025, Chevrolet managed to sell only 12,595 Corvettes across the United States, a steep drop from the 17,914 units sold during the same period in 2024. That's nearly a 30% plunge, a figure that raises eyebrows in an otherwise thriving market. The second quarter alone painted an even bleaker picture, with just 5,801 Corvettes finding homes, a dramatic 37.9% decline from the 9,338 sold in Q2 of the previous year. For a car that's traditionally been a symbol of American performance, these numbers signal a worrying trend. Part of the puzzle lies in the evolution of the Corvette itself. The 8th generation Corvette, the C8, ushered in a seismic shift for the nameplate when it debuted with a mid-engine layout, finally delivering the supercar proportions and dynamics many enthusiasts had dreamed of for decades. Over the past few years, the C8 family has expanded to include the Stingray, the electrified E-Ray, the high-revving Z06, and even the promise of the monstrous ZR1 and ZR1X variants. On paper, it's the broadest, most diverse lineup the Corvette has ever offered. But despite this, sales have faltered, raising questions about what's really happening behind the scenes. One likely explanation is that Corvette buyers are simply waiting for what's coming next. The automotive world has been buzzing with news about the 2026 Corvette, which promises significant changes inside the cabin. For years, the Corvette's interior has been praised for its driver-focused layout, but criticized for a rather polarizing feature: a wall of buttons separating the driver and passenger. The 2026 model aims to modernize the experience, replacing that sea of buttons with a more streamlined, tech-forward design, making the cockpit feel both futuristic and luxurious. However, these upgrades are also coming with a higher price tag, which could be causing some buyers to pause and save up for the newer, presumably more desirable model. If the upcoming 2026 Corvette fails to deliver a strong market response, it could signal deeper concerns for Chevrolet. The Corvette has always thrived on balancing value with exotic performance, offering supercar-level thrills at a fraction of the price of European rivals. Yet, as prices climb and the market becomes increasingly crowded with alternatives, from electric sports cars to high-performance crossovers, Chevy needs to ensure that the Corvette remains both aspirational and attainable for the loyal enthusiasts who've kept it alive for 70 years. But while Corvette sales have stumbled, it's far from doom and gloom for General Motors as a whole. In fact, the broader GM lineup has enjoyed an excellent start to 2025, posting a solid 12% jump in total U.S. sales compared to last year. During the first half of the year, GM delivered nearly 1.44 million vehicles, a sign that consumer demand for many of the company's offerings remains strong. Buick, often an under-the-radar player in GM's portfolio, has experienced a remarkable resurgence. The brand delivered 116,055 vehicles in the first 6 months of the year, a stunning 29.2% leap from the 89,830 sold in the same period of 2024. That momentum carried into the second quarter, where Buick sales climbed another 19.3%, signaling a newfound strength in a brand that many had once written off. Cadillac has also enjoyed a healthy boost, with sales climbing 16.5% to 86,104 vehicles so far this year. Leading Cadillac's charge is none other than the Escalade, which saw its deliveries rise nearly 27% to 24,375 units. However, the brand isn't immune to shifting market dynamics, as the all-electric Lyriq has encountered some turbulence. Despite the industry-wide push toward electrification, Lyriq sales have dipped almost 29% to 9,317 units, highlighting the challenges of convincing luxury buyers to fully embrace EVs, even from a name as prestigious as Cadillac. Meanwhile, Chevrolet, despite the Corvette's troubles, has plenty to celebrate. Year-to-date sales have risen 9.4% to an impressive 921,886 units. Among the standout performers are models like the Blazer EV, which has skyrocketed by over 76%, and the Colorado, up more than 26%. Even more eye-catching is the Equinox EV, which has exploded with a staggering 2,639% increase in deliveries. These figures reflect GM's efforts to diversify its portfolio and meet the surging demand for electric and electrified vehicles. GMC, too, is riding the wave of growth, with sales climbing 11.2% this year to 315,906 vehicles. It's clear that while individual models, like the Corvette, are facing headwinds, GM as a whole is navigating 2025 with strong momentum and a broad product lineup that's resonating well with American consumers. Still, the Corvette remains a crucial part of GM's identity. It's more than just another sports car. It's a symbol of American engineering prowess and a touchstone for enthusiasts who crave speed, sound, and emotion behind the wheel. For Chevrolet, turning around Corvette sales isn't just about shifting inventory, it's about preserving a legacy. Whether the new 2026 model will reignite passion and reverse the sales slump remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: American car lovers everywhere will be watching closely to see if the Corvette can once again roar back to the top of its game.